What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It's your man Stephen Bardo coming at you with another edition of Postgame Beverage, reacting to the Illinois victory over Iowa. The Illini are looking better every single game I see them moving forward. They continue to improve. They continue to show different aspects of what they're doing. Their defensive pressure at times has been suffocating. You saw that at times with Garza today. I thought Jordan Bohannon from Iowa played one of his better games that we've seen in a while. He was aggressive. He hit some tough shots, kind of kept them in the game. But the Illini's defense on Garza, I mean, Kofi laid on him all game, and then they raked at him. Georgie banged him, and it was really interesting to see. It's interesting to see the evolution of this Illini team on the defensive end, because they're able to do some special things based on their veteran, the backcourt, with Trent and Io. DeMonte Williams is becoming a defensive juggernaut. I mean, this dude is blocking big shots at the rim. His long arms, he's making deflections. The Illini are scary defensively. And, obviously they're able to score a lot. They can get up the floor. And Io, he attacks seams as well as I've seen in a while. Let me see. Let me pull up my chart here. So there's three things that I had that I just wanted to mention about what we saw today. The speed of the Illini. Illinois is so impressively fast. When they can get an outlet pass, sometimes Iowa can beat teams down the court. Iowa one time gave up. They didn't even run back. He got parallel to them on an outlet pass. They already knew it was over. The speed of Illinois is something. Trent Frazier is able to get out and read Iowa, what he's trying to do, and he's able to play off of him. That's so impressive. I haven't seen, I've seen guys and teams that have that nonverbal communication, but these two guys are kind of special. They've got a little something going there. There's some kind of thing with the speed and the way that the Illini are able to space. They'll run for layups at times. They'll run for threes. They're really difficult to contain in a fast break situation. So that's the first point. The second point, I thought Illinois fed Kofi Cockburn in great spots today. Iowa was doing a good job of trying to swarm Kofi, but he was so deep on the catch that there's nothing you can do. Once he catches, you got two decisions. If you're not there on the catch, all he does is drop step and go. Or if he feels pressure, he's done a really good job of starting one way and he'll come the other, and he might reverse or he might go in for the dunk. But Kofi's gotten better with his counters and his footwork. But when he catches so deep, he's so big, it's not much you can do. And the Illini have really found interesting ways to occupy the weak side. Like, for example, you'll see Andre Corbello at the top of the key, and he'll wait and wait. He might get a ball screen action with Kofi Cockburn. Once Kofi rolls, you'll notice the Illini will go to the side where Kofi rolls to. So he rolls to the right block. The ball comes to the right block. The ball will swing all the way back to the left block, but Kofi's already anticipating this. He's already working as the ball is rotating. And you remember Corbello hit him on a sweet wraparound bounce pass from the top of the key. I believe it was Joe Wieskamp that switched off on Kofi on the block, and he was late on the denial. Kofi got it, easy bucket. That type of spacing and how they're getting Kofi the basketball so deep is seriously impressive. And the third piece to me is really the defensive pressure that the Illini are able to put on the basketball. Their hands have gotten much more active here as of late that I've noticed. So Rayshawn Ray, what's good, brother? Good to see you. Mark Stell, Brandon 44, 2D to Mike's, Jordan Nash, Reggie 6364, Ewell 678. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Schoolboy Lou. Oh man, my IG people showing up. Thank you, y'all. The defensive pressure and the Illini are getting really handsy. which is good because you got Kofi Coburn in the back. You got Georgie Bashanis-Vili in the back line. And the Illini's defense they're rotating so well now that they can get more handsy. They can play closer on the defensive end. So those are three things that I noticed. I see my tribe has showed up. So let me pull this off and pull up some of these questions. But those are three of my I guess reactions to what I saw today. Anastasia Walker, she says, "Man, listen, what you think, Anastasia? Let us know how you feel." Captain Fletcher, what's good, brother? Good to see you. Jeff Jarvis, what's happening? Ernie Cavista, great game. It was a great game. I don't know if maybe your first time, Ernie. Good to see you. Thanks for jumping on. Trevor Ohm, Big Ten battle. Illinois is great. Trevor, what's happening? I think, Trevor, this is your first time too. I don't recognize the name. If it is, only 2 rules on Bardo's breakdown. Respect everybody on the page and don't come weak to the hole. If you come weak to the hole, you'll get that thrown out of there. All right. So welcome, Trevor. Thank you for joining. Garza has a wicked elbow. Yeah, he does. You know, because he gets hit all the time, Anastasia. Luka Garza, I got no qualms with him being physical because he's a 2-time Big Ten Player of the Year. He's killing people on a consistent basis. So he gets raked, hit. You know, a lot of times, every time he gets the basketball, there is contact. There could be a foul called every time Luka Garza gets the basketball. So over the season, you get tired of that shit. You start throwing elbows, or you trying to clear space because the referees aren't doing it for you. So I don't have a problem with Luka. I don't think Luka's dirty or anything. So I don't want to imply that. I love your strong takes, Anastasia. You know that. But I don't want to imply anything like that. I love that kid. I love that young man. I saw him in the tunnel last night after the game and, you know, congratulate him as much as I could because we have to be protective of the players in this time. But he and Joe Wieskamp, me and Kevin Kugler saw them in the hallway along with Jonathan Davis and Jonathan's brother. And so I love that dude, man. He's class. He stands for everything that we should be talking about in college basketball. Jeffrey Bork, what's good, Jeffrey? Good to see you, man. Corbello had his best game of the season. He is so much fun to watch. Kudos to that. I don't know. He was pretty good at Michigan. I think he looked good at Michigan too. Stacy Goodson, yes, great game. David Lager, how about them Illini, Bardo? They look like national title contenders. Do the Illini. Illini playing defense. Yes, they are. Michael Broom, I love the defensive effort today. They look locked in. Yes, they did. Iowa was the top scoring team in the Big Ten Conference at 87 points a game, and they were held to 72. And this was the second hottest team in the Big Ten, in my opinion, was Iowa coming into today's matchup. So that was an excellent defensive performance by the Illini. I agree, Michael. Illinois playing their best ball of the year. Congrats. I'm an alum, but I'm also an analyst. So I go back and forth, but I don't need congratulations. That's all of them. I got nothing to do with that. Antoine Deshawn, yes, sir. We got it together just in time that Michigan fell apart. Well, I don't know that Michigan fell apart. I think Antoine is referring to Isaiah Livers out indefinitely with a stress fracture. Here's the thing. When you have a great team, if you have one player go down, even if it's your best player, you still should be very good. And I think Michigan showed today, and Ohio State showed today in the game before Illinois and Iowa, that both of those are really high elite level teams. They're great teams. So Isaiah Livers goes out and Michigan is down 8 points with 3 minutes left, and they had a shot to win the game. That's a really good team. Ohio State is a really good team. So I don't know that Michigan fell apart. I think that it's unfortunate that Eli Brooks had that ankle injury. You would know it. He doesn't show it, but I know he's not 100%. Nobody's 100% at this point of the season. Everybody's got, you're banged up, you got Nick or something here, but Eli Brooks had a pretty bad ankle injury, so I'm sure he's not 100%. And then Isaiah Livers goes out with a stress fracture, but this is still a really good team. So I don't know if they fell apart, Antoine, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Marvelon Dampier, what's up, Marvelon? Is there any better guard play in the country than Io, Frazier, Corbello, and Frankie Jr.? that Baylor tandem is probably the best. I'd give Baylor a slight edge, not much, but a slight edge. But it's going to be interesting to see because Baylor, unlike Illinois, Baylor had a COVID pause, and the majority, if not all of their players, got COVID. And so when they've come out of the COVID pause, they lost at West Virginia. They lost in the to Oklahoma State yesterday in the Big 12 Conference Championship. Not that they're still not a great team, because they are. They were my favorite to win the national championship before they went into COVID and before Illinois started playing the way that they are. So I would still, Marvelon, give Baylor's backcourt the slight edge, but Illinois is right there. Aaron Janowski, currently announcing high school basketball at Proviso East, but wanted to stop by and say hello. Hey, thanks, Aaron. Aaron's one of the tribe members. Appreciate you chiming in, brother. Have a great call at that very prestigious Proviso East High School tournament. Thanks for checking in, my man. Kevin Greer, Corbello is a problem for opposing guards. Yes, he is. Corbello, if you guys notice, Andre Corbello's body's a little bit different, in my opinion. He's got a little bit longer torso, and his legs aren't as long. So he can get his center of gravity lower than most of his opponents, even if they're similar height. He can get a little bit lower on the drive. So if he catches an angle and he's going, you might as well get out the way, because it's not a lot you could do to try to contain him. And then, he's getting aggressive on the defensive end. And when he leaks out, guys can't catch him. When he leaks out, he's gone. Nobody can catch up. Man, IG is lit. Gator Boots, Fred Wakefield. What's up, Fred? Tynowitz, what's happening? Game days and drumways. I hope I said that right. I know you're new. I've never seen that. Kenny Kim, what's up? Jeff's Y311. Jake Uphoff, what's good? No Jack Nungy for Iowa is huge. Iowa needs their front court depth to make a deep run in the tournament. Jordan Nash. That's my teammate right there, Jordan Nash, coming through with dropping some science. That was a huge loss for Iowa. I'm still impressed, Jordan, with the way that Iowa is still able to compete and play defense the way they did against Wisconsin. They beat Wisconsin 3 times. Jordan, you know how hard that is. You know how hard it, but that's knowledge. Jordan Nash is going to be a part of the Bardo's Breakdown March Madness coverage, because y'all, I got some surprises for y'all. Y'all gonna think I snapped, but the Big Ten centric March Madness coverage on Bardo's Breakdown is gonna be lit. I'm telling you, on Twitter, IG, Facebook, YouTube, it's gonna be. Y'all gonna think I've duplicated myself a few times, but I'm just telling you, Jordan's gonna be a part of that. So make sure you tune in. Edwin, 1982. Tina Strong, what's up, Tina? Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Tina's a tribe member. Eunice Cheltuck, I think that is 22. Thank you, Eunice. Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate you. What's up, Cam and Donna Pepper? What's going on? ILL. That's I went to school with them. We went to college together, so that's my people. Contradiction 5. Thanks for jumping on. Let me get to my people down here. Rob Daniel, did I say it right? What's up, Rob? Good to see. Oh, he's a Illini and a Terrier. What's happening? Good to see you. Seems like Bello has got the frustrating turnovers nearly under control, says Craig Arbuckle. It looks like he's gotten better, Craig. I think you know what happens. You get in the Big Ten, and these guys game plan against you. And they have this Synergy software. So for those of you that don't know, Synergy software is software that breaks down all of the video from college basketball, NBA. It's all different sports. But what Synergy does is it will say, show me Andre Corbello when he's handling the basketball in the half court going left. And it will give them all of the videos that are available in this database and the statistics. So that's how much these teams scout each other. And so I think what Andre had to learn going through the Big Ten, after they got film on you, you got to continue to work on your games. You got to have counters, because these guys in the Big Ten are so strong and they're so wily veteran that they were forcing him into a lot of bad situations. Now he's not getting in the coffin's corner overhandling. if he overhandles, if you notice this, Corbello at the beginning of the year, he used to like drive baseline under the bucket, and then he drive back under the bucket, and he's looking for somebody. Now you'll see him do that every now and then, but he's going to score, or he's making one pass and getting it out of there. So it takes some time to get used to the way the Big Ten teams will guard you, especially someone as talented as him. But he just needed a little bit of time, because that kid wants to be great. You can see it. And his flair for the dramatic is something else. So Craig, that's a great point. Thanks for joining. Hawkeye Elvis has left the building. But Hawkeye Elvis is, man, that's so dope. Come on, man. Y'all, you tell I'm hyped, right? Because you know what? There were fans there, and it was safely done. The fans have got to come back safely, y'all. There's nothing like it. I get it. I'm all for safety. We were masked up. We were secluded. They kept the area away from us. Whenever we saw somebody, it was 6 feet. It was cool. But it's such a difference, man. We're human beings. We need that connection. We got to have that connection. It was so cool to see Minnesota Gopher fans, Ohio State Buckeyes fans, Michigan Wolverines fans, Iowa Hawkeye fans. Of course, my people, the Fighting Illini Nation, were in the house. It was great to see. Everybody needs that. So let's be safe, and let's gradually get out, because there's nothing like live sports. Nothing. You cannot replicate the feeling of live sports anywhere else. So we need to focus on getting healthy, getting vaccinated, and coming out of this thing slowly, because I'm still hyper off the energy from being around the people. All right, I just had to go on that tangent. Sorry. Y'all can see how I was feeling it. Corbello's a problem for entire teams, not just for guards. Sean Butler. Good call, Sean. Mike Tortora. Great win. Illini, second 1 seed, and Michigan drops the fourth 1 seed. Possibility, Mike. Distinct possibility, especially the way that the Illini are playing, and the fact that Isaiah Livers now is out indefinitely with a stress fracture. That they'll say, the committee members will say, "Oh, that doesn't have any bearing." Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. So that's very possible. I thought after today's win that Illinois would get serious consideration for that number 2-1 seed. So, Mike, I agree with you there. Jonathan Taylor, Corbello played his ass off today. Yes, he did. Could we see a Big Ten Final Four? No, that's not. I don't think that'll happen. Now, can you see 2, possibly 3 teams from the Big Ten in the Final Four based on how things shake out? Based on the bracket that I give y'all, we'll see. We'll see. Tribe members that get the bracket, the Bardo's breakdown bracket, right? And I'm also going to have a bracket challenge, and the winner gets signed Illini memorabilia. All right. So be on the lookout for all this. All right. I didn't want to come on long today because I just want to give y'all a taste. Tomorrow, you're going to see me about 8-10 times on different platforms, because we're going to go hard on this March Madness stuff, okay? Let me see who else. Is Michigan still a 1 seed after the loss? Yes, I think so. I do think so. We have to keep an eye on, I believe it's Alabama. They may be kind of in contention. Iowa was right there in contention. Oh, but Ohio State, Michigan and Ohio State may have the situation where they flip if Ohio State can beat Illinois tomorrow. So it may be where Illinois will drop down to a 3 number 1 seed. Maybe behind Baylor. So yes, so that is definitely a possibility. What do you think about how Michigan Ohio State game ended? Mouse in the house with a 7'1" in the paint, and you wind down the clock to shoot a 3-pointer. Marvelon, I know people probably look at that a little bit differently and think that, they should have done something differently. But here's the thing. When you have big men and you throw the ball into Hunter Dickinson in that situation, he's going to get swarmed. And so you're asking a freshman, now damn talented freshman, but you're asking a freshman to make a senior decision at the end of the game. Juwan Howard put the ball in a fifth-year senior's hands because Mike Smith had made the correct decision to get Michigan back in the game, right? That's what you want from a lead guard. You want a lead guard that you can put the ball in their hands, they go make a play. That's one of the reasons why Illinois is a national title favorite. They've got a guard, you can put it in his hands. I would assume he can go make a play. So I don't think there was anything wrong with that. I think that Juwan was I liked what he did. He took a pro approach because almost every other college coach would have called a timeout in that situation. And I know there are people second guessing him for not doing so. I like the decision because then you didn't give Ohio State a chance to really go back and think about some of the plays, the late game situations that Michigan has done in the past to be able to, throw a wrinkle in the defense. They had to sit and be solid defensively, and it worked in Ohio State's favor. But I don't question Juwan Howard for not making the decision to try to get the ball into Hunter Dickinson because maybe that was one of the first options in Ohio State on the switch because who switched down on Hunter Dickinson? Was it I can't remember who switched out on him, but I wasn't upset with the decision. He said Sean Butler misses the yard. That's funny. You can tell the Illini were tuned up when they could hear the Illini faithful in the background. Listen, guys, it makes a difference. I was there. It makes a difference. Michigan doesn't scare me in March as much as they did in February. Okay, Antoine. Great point, said OG. I love it. I love cats that call me OG because in my mind, I'm still 28 years old, but my knees are like 70. So I love it. Thank you, Antoine. But it is safe to say to give our Illini the Big Ten title before we play tomorrow. I'm already sipping champagne. No, don't make that mistake. These dudes right here are tough. They eat railroad ties for breakfast. Ohio State is physical. Even without Kyle Young, Ohio State, they beat Michigan today, right? And I know Michigan maybe they're not at the top of their game with the injury and whatnot, but I'm telling you, good to go. Oh, y'all, my oldest son joined in. Steve Paul, what's happening, babe? Love you. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. MJ Jones, 5,000, what's happening? It's my boy, Tariq. What's up, Tariq? How you doing? Good to see you on it. Andre Pelabon. Andre, I'm sorry I missed you over in Indy, man. We were on this platform and they weren't allowing. I thought they would allow people to come up, but they didn't. So I apologize for that. But thank you for reaching out. Oh, man. So I'm going to wrap up here, but you guys tune in to Bardo's Breakdown because I'm coming strong, y'all. Like I tell you the rules. Oh, hold on. Let me put this up here because we need to. I need to be telling people about this. If you guys want to be a part of the tribe, there's the number, 312-847-2739. This is the inner circle of Bardo's Breakdown, the tribe. So you get behind-the-scenes looks, like I was given behind-the-scenes looks in Indianapolis this week while I was down there covering the Big Ten tournament. There it is, 312-847-2739. Or you can go to Bardo's Breakdown Facebook group. So go to Facebook and look up Bardo's Breakdown group. You have to answer the questions. There's only 3 questions, and one of them is your email. I've had a number of people want to join, but they're not answering the questions. I can't let you in. I can't rob the people that gave the information. And it's a simple exchange. I don't spam you. I don't crush you with a bunch of stuff because I'm still learning it. So it's a journey. We're all on this journey together as I learn how to utilize this. So once again, 312-847-2739 for the text, or you can join through Bardo's Breakdown group on Facebook. Have a great evening. Get some rest, y'all, because the next 3 weeks going to be lit. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.